and still so much talk about a certain Alexander Isak, which will be such a massive subplot to that Monday night football between Newcastle United and Liverpool. I mean, Merce, listening to Eddie Howe yesterday, he said he hadn't spoken to Isak for a week, and he also described the situation as a lose-lose situation. So come 7 o'clock, a week on Monday, where do you see Isak being?
At Liverpool.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I think, Dawes said it a week ago or so. He said after Monday's game, I think that he'll be sorted out, and I think he'll be spot on. I think he'll be spot on. It's got to be sorted out.
Hello, guys. Today we are talking about this hard-headed Alexander Isak, the Swedish/African soccer player. We're going to talk about what is happening between him and Newcastle United, because I think they have reached a point of no return. I don't think both parties will ever get behind this. You know what I mean? Even if this guy goes back to play for Newcastle again, he's not going to put his 100% effort. You know what I mean? Because now he's totally pissed off. And, because people don't, when you look at the guy, you look at the game he has played, 34 matches, and he scored 23 goals, and 6 assists. Plus, he got only 1 yellow card. You will see that this guy is not a troublemaker. You know what I mean? Even when he plays, he's not a troublemaker. He's quiet. He doesn't talk much. And people like that, sometimes they can be dangerous. You know what I mean? Because that's what the Newcastle estimated by, making this messy. You know what I mean? They would have taken Liverpool £100,000 they have offered to sell him. Because in this case scenario, nobody's gonna win. Completely, because Newcastle now, their first game was a struggle, and I don't see them winning their second game. I might be wrong in that aspect, but because the team last season was built on Alexander Isak, now they're gonna try to adapt to new striker, or play with a striker. It's gonna be very difficult for them for the manager of the team to come out of this, at least in this early stage of Premiership. So it's not a win-win for either party, because even if he goes now that he stays not training very well as he's supposed to be training now, the season have started, even if eventually Liverpool comes before Monday next week and sign him, he's gonna struggle to start alive to start playing with Liverpool. You know what I mean? And, this guy, I don't think, I understand the situation Newcastle was inside, because losing him, to replace him is going to be very difficult. What people don't understand that this guy is a giant, he's a giant, but when you watch him playing, in the field, in the stadium, you don't see that this guy is 6'4". Is a giant, and strikers like this is not easy to come by, with this height and flexibility. You know what I mean? Because you need somebody opposing figure like that as a striker. When you see to torment the defenders. You know what I mean? So that's why these people are trying to cling on to Alexander Isak. But the guy has already made up his mind to play somewhere. And, his contract runs to 2028. And, currently he's a Newcastle player, because he hasn't, his contract is still running. And even as he's not playing, they will still be paying him because of the contract agreement. The only thing they can do is to penalize him. You know what I mean? But his wages, he will still be obliged to pay his wages. You know what I mean? Even as he's not playing. And I see some people saying the way the guy acted, he disrespected his teammate. You know what I mean? But these people I think they are living in a different world. When it comes to individual players, the teammates matters when when they are still playing that club. Once their mind is elsewhere, they cannot say, "Oh, I haven't seen anyone they offer the good money and to upgrade his playing stuff," because Liverpool is an upgrade to Newcastle. You know what I mean? Newcastle, I'm not saying they're not good, but you can't compare them with Liverpool. And I've not seen any player, any soccer player that they want to, like Real Madrid want to buy, and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna stay like in Leeds United or in West Ham because I like my teammates." You know what I mean? You don't say that. You go on and meet new people. So people criticizing the guy is not he doesn't care about his teammates. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is wrong. You shouldn't criticize him for that. This guy have right to go and play wherever he want, and if it works out for him, and he's gonna meet new teammates again. You know what I mean? But I think the way they handle it, I think Newcastle is not good the way they handle it, because this stuff, something like this, the guy is still young, 25 years of age. They should have taken it, lightly, not, allowing it to get to this position. I know that Newcastle, they have money, the money is not their problem. That's why they rejected £100 million. And, some people said, there's a league that they bought him for $60-something million pounds, but it's not official, it's undisclosed. This is just rumor, we have not seen evidence for that. But even $60-something million, and you have 100 million for one season, you take the money and move on. You know what I mean? Than being in this situation, because this situation is not win-win for anyone, even for Isak and for Newcastle. You know what I mean? So I think let's see how this is gonna play. But Newcastle Football Club at this moment, they are not in a good position. They are in a really bad position now, because if they lose if they lose their next match, people will be asking them questions. You know what I mean? Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Peace.